Alrighty, guys, it's that time yet again. Kentucky basketball is back, and we're going to do a prediction video. I guess we'll go ahead and talk about the basketball team and talk about the football team. We'll cram it all together here. So Kentucky wins 77-51 against Nichols. Or Nichols. Is it Nichols or Nichols? I don't know. But we won 77-51. Of course, Trevor Noah suffered a leg injury. To me, that was the biggest thing about this game. I know people talk about Chandler's dunk and all that, but we're just glad Trevor Noah looks like he's going to be okay. He was in a walking boot, they said, but he returned to the bench, so we'll see. There's no reason to rush him out right now with these few easy games we got coming up. But you want him in there just for continuity, you know. But let's look at the score here. 77-51. Kentucky pulls it out. Of course, we got Valparaiso tomorrow. I expect, just another win. But let's look at this one. We can have Noah with 9 minutes, no points. Garrison 8, Chandler 15, Oweh 13, Johnson 15, Monroe 5, Aberdeen 10. Let's look at the stats. Overview. So we just scored 15 points in the first quarter. I actually had to watch the game on a replay because I missed it. But I watched the replay of the game and we saw some ugly play there the first half. Even in the second half, Kentucky scored 49 points, but they gave up 36. But we win 77-51. Is what it is. It's these early games of the year. I'm sure players have a hard time. Well, I'm sure they got pretty excited it was opening night, but it's hard to get it up when you're playing teams like that. No pun intended. It's hard to get it up. So we go ahead and play. We play Valparaiso tomorrow, but then the big game coming up will be the Louisville game. That will be the big game. So we got one more. I call it warm-up games. You want to call it whatever you want to call it. So I don't know if Noah will be available for the Louisville game. I don't know if he will or not. But I don't think he'll play the Valparaiso game. I don't think he'll play that. But overall, just looking at Kentucky's schedule here, we'll look at Louisville, Eastern Kentucky, Michigan State. I don't want to get all into it, but going to be an interesting year because this is season 2 of the hope that Mark Pope can bring. I guess you can say the season of hope, chapter 2, part 2, whatever you want to call it. But we're excited about it as always, people. I mean, you can tell I'm excited. Look at me. I'm excited. But I don't really get up or down. I'm kind of like, I stay steady, Anyway, I don't really cheer when I watch Kentucky play and stuff. I mean, I'm not really one of those fans that get up and cheer and go crazy. I'm just like, yeah, okay, or, oh, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really I enjoy the games, but I'm not overexcited. I don't get overexcited about nothing no more, really. I'm like calm, cool, and collected. But anyway, the point is, basketball season's back. We'll see what happens with Valparaiso tomorrow. And, of course, you can tell I'm excited, just like I said. I don't want to get too excited on video, but you can tell I'm excited about it. It's just good to have, basketball back. It just feels good. We have the NFL back. We have college basketball still starting now. We have college football still going on. World Series just ended. So, I mean, there's a lot of great sporty things going on out there. But other than that, people, we need to talk about the football team a little bit. So Kentucky gets a big win against Auburn 10-3. And you can tell Mark Stoops, people. I do feel sorry for the guy after watching that game. You can just tell all the pressure in the world is on him to try to save his job. That's what it looked like to me. Kentucky gets their first SEC win. We've won 3 games so far. So, has this changed my prediction? Almost knocked my microphone over. I was thinking about it. If we look at this, realistically, we do have a shot to beat Florida because Florida's only won 2 games in the conference. That would be 4 wins. I know we can beat Tennessee Tech. That would be 5 wins, okay? Vanderbilt and Auburn, that looks like back-to-back losses. We're on the road against Auburn, on the road against Louisville. But let's just be realistic here. Say we beat Florida and we beat Tennessee Tech. We should beat Tennessee Tech no problem if we beat Florida, of course. I only see one game that's a guarantee, and that would be the Tennessee Tech game. That would be 4 wins. So we need to look up and win one of the other games. Florida. 5 wins was my prediction for the year. And 6 would be a miracle if we won 6 games. That's the way it looks right now. But 5 looks like it's holding true to me. Even if we win against Florida, especially now if we lose against Florida, may just have 4 wins for the year. But realistically, we have 3, 4, 5, 6. The most we can win is 7 games. And I still don't see that being enough for Kentucky to consider to keep Stoops. But with the buyout and all that, the way I see it, it would cost too much to buy him out and all that stuff. So I don't know for sure all the linguistic stuff about it. But I felt for the guy. I felt for the players after watching that Auburn win. You can tell how hard they played. I'm not sure what to think about this team, really. They poured their heart out for that win. And now they come back home so emotional. I know it's odd to say that because we beat a bad Auburn team, 10-3. Florida almost beat Georgia the week before. I think Georgia was number 5. So, realistically, we could win 4 games or 5. That's the way I still see it. My prediction, I believe, was 5 and 6 if it was a miracle, but I'm going to stick with 5 because that's what I pretty much said all season. But that's pretty much it, guys. It's Kentucky football. It's a mess. It really is a mess. Now, there is a way to save the season if we're being realistic, and that would be to win out. Or even if we lost to Florida and win the last 3 games, that would be a way to save the season. Somewhat. But again, you have to look at it as, well, that's mediocre. Again, you're looking at mediocrity with 5, 6 wins. You're like, we turned it on at the end. Let's give Stoops another year. That could be what happens. I don't see that happening. But if he did win out, let's give him one more year. He's proven he's trying to turn it around. Plus, we don't want to pay him all that money again, that buyout or whatever. But anyway, that's my thoughts on this. I don't see nobody coming to Mark Stoops' door, knocking on the door and offering him, $9 million, whatever he makes at Kentucky. I don't see nobody offering him that kind of money. I don't see nobody offering him $5 million or $2 million. I don't see nobody doing that. So we may be stuck with him for another year, but I'm hoping this is the last year. I'm not saying that to be mean or anything. It's just hard. I can't feel sorry for somebody who's already worth millions of dollars. I'm sorry. He's not getting the job done. He's going to live a comfortable life, even if he never works again. He's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But anyway, that's my thoughts as we get ready for basketball and the football season coming to an end. There's still, though, we still have 4 games left, right? Yeah, we still got 4 football games left. So, never know. We might go to another bowl game. Yep. But anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on the season. Basketball, we'll see what we really are as the season goes on. I don't want to get too hyped up or too excited about the basketball season just because, we're ranked number 9. It's not like we're ranked in the top 5 or the top 3. We're number 9, people. I know people's like, we're ranked in the top 10. Maybe we're better than that. Maybe we're not. So it's early in the season of hope, part 2. The season of hope, I guess you could say. Part 2. We'll see how it goes. And the next, I would say, 2 years is pretty much going to tell us how it's going to go with Mark Pope. So I would say this year, next year, that's going to tell us all we need to know. Maybe 3 more years tops. But I would say this year, next year, we'll see how it goes from there. But I'm just looking, for a deep run in the tournament. I want to see Kentucky Elite Eight, Final Four, something like that. I don't want to see us round of 64, round of 32, whatever. Get beat second game, whatever of the tournament, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Compete in the SEC for a SEC title and get a 1 to a 3 seed in the tournament. That's what I want to see for the big tournament. That's my predictions this year. I want to see of course, I want to see us win it all, but Elite Eight or Final Four, that would be my ultimate hope for the year. Would be Elite Eight, Final Four, compete, maybe win the SEC tournament, something like that. That's what we're looking for, as always this year. It's what we're looking for with Kentucky. But that's my thoughts on everything Kentucky this week. Of course, we're looking forward. To me, the season's really going to start when we play Louisville Tuesday night. That's when it's really going to start. So we play Louisville in basketball. That's when, boom, boom, we're ready. And we get to play Indiana this year. Isn't that exciting? I was like, yeah, look at that. We're playing Indiana. Yeah. But anyway, guys, that's the official thoughts. As always, thank you so much for watching. I can't believe it's since I made that Indiana video years ago. They've not played since then? Or is it? I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure the last time we played them. It's been so long. But that's one of those games, before I finish up, that's pretty much a lose. That's one of those lose games for Kentucky. You win the game, you beat an Indiana team that's not that good. Oh, you beat Indiana, they're not that good. If you played them when they were at their peak back in the 60s and 70s and 50s, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But if you played Indiana when they was at their peak, you would have lost. But, it's a lose-lose game. You win. That's why I never wanted to play Indiana all those years after the game. The Wofford 3 or Wafer 3, whatever that was. It's Wofford, yeah. Wofford, yeah. Because it's a lose-lose situation. Because that was the biggest win they've had since I can remember watching Indiana basketball. That was the biggest win they ever had in the last, 30 years? And that was it. That was the biggest win Indiana's had since I can remember. Since I had hair. That's how long ago it's been. I had hair. So, gives you an idea. But, oh well. The excitement continues. But like I said, it's a lose-lose just because you win, you're supposed to beat them. You lose, you got upset Indiana. You know what I'm saying? It's a lose-lose game. But I guess it's good for the fan bases. Maybe we've matured as fans and can just play the game and not worry about it. I doubt that. But as always, thank you so much for watching. That's pretty much it. It's been a long video, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. We'll see you guys as always tomorrow. Destiny is all. Love one another. Go Big Blue. Toodles.